Hello and welcome to His Call My Purpose Afternoon Thoughts and Mama D Purpose. As I have said on many YouTube videos, podcasts, Snapchat, Instagram, I try to be the most transparent self that I can be. I try to be honest. I try to be open. I try to share information that I feel that some people may be going through, some people may not be going through, some people have heard it all before, but sometimes we need to be reminded and sometimes we just need to share thoughts and concerns. Today I am purposely, I don't know the word struggling, but I am processing through someone trying to suppress me to elevate themselves. And I have been processing and I have been in prayer and I have been focused. And I just wanted to share that I'm not here to tell a story, but what I'm trying to tell you is, sometimes in life, people are placed in your life to see who you really are, to see what comes out of your mouth, to see how you react in situations, to see how you really handle situations. Do you trust God in the situation? Do you handle it yourself? And in handling yourself, are you handling it Christ-like? Are you just being a brat? Are you a complainer? Are those traits in you that you may not have necessarily paid attention to? Are they coming out? And what I've learned in this process is I've tried to defend myself. I've tried to argue the point. I've tried to present information in detailed, and every time I did, whether it was the information was correct, but I was still told, don't do it that way. Do it the way, this new way, or do it the way this person asked you to do it. But it's when it's convenient for them, because the person I'm dealing with is trying to separate two entities. And so that they can brand or be the face and be the person of the new entity and discard the old, which would be me. But I don't consider myself the face or the brand of the other entity. I have no power. I am not someone of high position. I am a supervisor. I am a secretary. So I don't consider myself to have elevated power or control or focus. But I have hit walls. I have cried. I have prayed. And it just seems like, you know what? It's funny. And this is not something new. This has been going on for months and almost years. Okay, not years, a year, a little over a year. And finally today, and I said over a year, when I say that, it's been a long time, over a year. And I finally today said, enough is enough. I know who I am. I know whose I am. I know what God has called me to do, and I know what purpose God has called me to do. Now, I will continue to act, operate, and speak out of that person and not out of the person that the other person is trying to make me be, if that makes any sense. Now, if you know me, I don't talk bad. I don't cuss. I'm not trying to tear someone down. I'm not trying to elevate myself. I'm not trying to get somebody to dislike them. I'm not trying to badmouth them. I'm not trying to get people on my side versus her side. Even in the beginning, if I was, because I'm a type of person that will look at a situation and go to other people and say, am I crazy? Like, am I losing it? Did something change? Did we change the policies? Did we change the protocol? Did we change the procedure? And if we did, okay, tell me, so then I can get back on board and operate in that function. And every time everybody said no, then I'm like, then why am I getting so much pushback? Why am I getting so much, And then when confronted, because when I've confronted, or when those who tried to confront for me, they got told, oh no, she's amazing. She's loving. Oh, she's this. Oh, we couldn't do without her. But then in the next voice, you will say, don't talk to Deneen. Don't ask Deneen any questions. Don't go to Deneen. And I'm like, wait, hold up, back up. So if I'm valuable and I know my job and you know I have the history of my job, but yet don't ask her, ask me. And one thing I do, and I get it, we've got super silly, super dumb stuff we do. So basically what my new life is telephone. So I tell her, she tells him, he tells her, she tells him, he tells her, she tells me. I'm being funny. It's because, I'm trying to make a point without giving names. So, and then if it gets back to me and I have questions, I have to go through the whole process again. So whatever issue or whatever problem that needed to be solved, it's probably going to take 2 to 3 days instead of being solved immediately if the person with the problem would come directly to me. And that's the problem. In life, have you ever had a point where somebody just did not like you because of who you are? They did not like what you said. They didn't like the way you dress. They didn't like the way you speak. They did just because you were placed in a position that necessarily they want. Now, the position I'm talking about is a work position. It's a work position. But I also have the same scenario, or I've had the same scenario go on in the faith-based life. So I always ask myself, Lord, is it me? Is it me? Is it something I'm doing? Is it something I'm not doing? Is it something about me that is about this beautiful face that people are so intimidated by that they react that way? And the answer is always no. Hello? Because I'm sorry. I'm not going to say I put myself down because I don't. But I know facts, and I know there are hundreds, thousands of people that have more wisdom, more knowledge, more seniority, more experience all the way across on any platform that I could ever step to than I do. So if we're talking about a professional work environment, thousands. If we're talking about a faith-based, thousands. If we're talking about just being an African American woman, thousands. There's so many people that are articulate and well-versed and well-focused than I am. All the way across the board. There are some people, and I'm not even going to use age. I'm talking about there are some young people that are more articulated and educated than I am. So, and I have no problem with that. That's the thing. I have no problem with that. But when people intentionally use their platform, whatever that might be, to speak negatively and hurt, it's bothering me. And it's not just because of the situation that I'm going through. I have seen on social media us tear people down so quickly. I get with this social injustice, don't get me wrong, I get how quick like people were getting canceled, and because people were just doing some crazy, just non-thinking, non-sensitive, non-appropriate, non-compassionate things. I get that 100%. But what about the compassion? What about, especially in this day and age, we have so many resources and so much information with regards to well-being and self-care. And with all that going on, why are we hating on each other? People are losing their lives through natural causes, and then people are losing their lives through COVID. People are losing their lives because of stress and anxiety. There is so much out there to where we are losing people each and every day. Why can't we love? Why can't we get along? Why can't we work in peace? Why can't we have a conversation and try to come to a medium or a equal agreement? And I'm not saying agree to disagree. What I'm saying is agree to understand. Because if I come to the platform today and somebody was on the platform 5 years ago before me, how much information can I learn from that person that was there 5 years and I'm brand new? And that person who's there 5 years should be willing to share and to embrace and to empower me in this new. But that's not how we work in life, you know. Oh, she took my job, or she took my position, or she took. I always believe that whatever God has for you, God has for you. Nobody can take it away. Because if God removes you out of that, it's because he's placing you somewhere else. He allowed you to be in that season. And sometimes God removes us because we've been in a situation or a space or a position way too long. And he's like, okay, you're too comfortable. You're too comfortable. And when we get comfortable, we start depending on ourselves and not God. So I'm like, God, I'm listening. I'm listening, even in my frustration, even in my confusion, even in my pain. I'm listening because I want to be the best me that I can be. And that's all I ask from each and every one of us out there, to be the best you can be. And in order to be that does not mean you have to step on somebody, does not mean you have to hurt somebody, does not mean you have to tear somebody down, does not mean you have to talk about somebody, does not mean you have to put somebody beneath you to raise above them. You can be equal and you can still rise above them. You can be equal on some things and elevated on other things, and elevated on some things and below people on other things. But use your gifts, use your talent, use your purpose the way God intended you to use it. Be the most and the best genuine you that God created you to be. So, as I say that to you, I'm speaking to me. Because don't let anyone discourage you from what you are called to do. Because when you know who you are and you know whose you are, you will go far. And I didn't mean for that to rhyme. Real life, real talk.